Hello Tube Dwellers and welcome. I'm the Arcadean and this is Mabinogi Duel. Today's video is a walkthrough guide on episode 88, White Rainbow Hides the Sun. It can be a bit of a tricky fight if you don't know exactly what you're doing, and it's a long one as well because the enemy has a lot of HP to get through. So let's jump on in and make a start. Alright, here we go. Farka versus the White Dragon. So, the first thing you want to do is drop the counterspell into the grave. We need to make sure that that is all prepared for when we launch our first assault. And here we go. Alright, so counterspell into the grave, Ultimate Era of Dragons out onto the field. Hopefully he will try for his Death Ray spell first and we'll block that. If not, no big deal. We will adopt, and improve for the next round. Let's find out. Okay, tries to bring out the Grim Reaper, and the counterspell blocks it. Psychic Storm comes out, we don't care about that. Good. Okay, so Ultimate Grim Reaper is honestly the spell that we've got to be the most concerned about when going up against Farka. Every other spell doesn't really do much. You know, worst case scenario, it wipes the field, no big deal. You get pretty much all your resources back anyway. But we do need to stop that Grim Reaper from coming out if possible. So, once again, drop the counterspell into the grave. Always make sure that the counterspell is in the grave. If it's not, put it in there. You really don't want to let him bring out the Grim Reaper. So out comes the Death Ray. That's unfortunate, but no big deal. And the poor little dragons go bye-bye. Alright. We will level up and just pretty much ignore Farka. There we go. He tends not to respond if you have nothing on the field. So, we will drop the counterspell into the grave. And we will bring out one of our stronger creatures, in this case, let's say Sky Dragon Spira. And see what he does. Tries to summon the Grim Reaper, the counterspell blocks it, thank goodness for that. And it leaves him with no mana to do anything else. Now, because we have a creature on the field, at this point we can use one of our actions to revive, and we can use the second action to drop the counterspell in there. That way we're ready with the Ultimate Era of Dragons if the Sky Dragon goes down. Great Plague comes out and is blocked, no big deal. Curse of the Ancient comes out, it isn't blocked, but again, no big deal. Psychic Storm comes out, and that takes out Spira, no big deal. We drop the counterspell back into the grave, of course, and at this point we will level up. It should be fine. Once again, he tends not to respond if you don't have anything on the on the field. He tries to bring out an animated dead. It wouldn't have mattered anyway, even if he'd succeeded. We will revive from the grave to bring that Sky Dragon Spira back out. Then we'll drop the counterspell. And finally, we will activate the Ultimate Era of Dragons once again. A little slow because they do their area of effect attack every single time, but that is a lot of damage out on the field, significantly more than any individual dragon can do. Great Plague comes out, no problem, that's blocked, and then the Death Ray comes out and that kills our Ultimate Era of Dragons again. No big deal. It makes the whole thing rather slow, certainly, but not really a problem. We're not going to revive from the grave because we don't have enough gold anyway to play the Ultimate Era of Dragons, so instead let's drop the... you know what? Let's drop the Aurora Dragon. We're going to go for nature in this case because we want to conserve the gold for the Ultimate Era of Dragons, and obviously we want to conserve the mana for our counterspell. At this point, our counterspell has a lot of grave cost on it, so you got to make sure that it's not going to be used. The Ultimate Grim Reaper attempts to come out, not that it would have had anywhere to summon itself anyway. And there we go. Now, the Auroras out onto the field mean that we are quite protected from a Death Ray. We don't need to worry about the Death Ray coming out so much because the odds of it hitting our Aurora Dragon are quite low. So we drop the counterspell into the grave, of course, and we just carry on. Aurora Dragon clears itself a little attack, And let's see what he decides to do. Void Arrow comes out. That's countered. That's not a very good counter for us. Curse of the Ancients. That's going to make the Auroras disappear quite quickly, so that works out very well for us. And Farka revives, causing himself a little bit of damage. Our Auroras all disappear. We drop the counterspell back into the grave. And we can bring out now, let's say, Volcano Dragon Varus. We're not too worried about our gold at the moment because we've got a little bit of charge up there. And there they go, the Auroras go bye-bye. The Death Ray comes out, it is countered by the counterspell. Void Arrow comes out, that's going to do 7 damage, we don't care. And that leaves our 2 creatures ready to deal a lot of damage. Unfortunately, Dragon Varus has dropped the rock exactly where we didn't want it to be, but it doesn't really matter. Varus himself does more damage. Now, I'm playing this very, very defensively because I want to guarantee the win, but obviously if you don't have that kind of patience or you just don't feel like it, feel free at this point to rush the battlefield with the individual dragon cards. Okay, Varus' ability activates, that's absolutely fine, and we will revive out of the grave, get some of our cards back. We will drop, let's say, you know what, let's say Earth Dragon Janvar, because he's got good attack and he'll heal us up, and then we'll drop the counterspell into the grave. As you can see, it doesn't really matter too much what particular dragon you bring out. Void Arrow comes out, that's blocked. It's a bit unfortunate because it's not really something we care about blocking, and 1 HP again doesn't make any difference to us. It doesn't really matter what individual dragon you bring out at this point, so long as you maintain a high amount of mana so that you can continue to use these counter spells. And we will charge up twice because it guarantees into mana, and we need a little bit more of that. 37 damage comes out onto Farka, and unless he blocks, unless he kills some of these creatures, which he probably won't, Death Ray being blocked just now, we get the finishing blow. Fantastic. So, Varus drops that. Even if he dropped it in front of us, it wouldn't have made any difference. We could just have used an Ultimate Era of Dragons or a Dragon Strike to get rid of it. And we charge up our last 3 actions. And Earth Dragon Janvar lands the finishing blow. We have full HP, and we didn't even need to use a Potion of Restoration. So, bye-bye Farka. So that's basically how it goes. Always make sure that you have a counterspell in the grave. They will, Farka will almost always open with his big move, so make sure the counterspell is always, always, always in the grave. After that, flood the field a couple of times with the Ultimate Era of Dragons, just to put as much pressure on Farka as you possibly can, and then either keep that kind of pressure up or start dropping individual dragons, starting with nature, then gold, and then finally mana. You want to conserve your mana as much as possible, because the counterspell will get very, very expensive by the time you're at the end game phase. So that's it for this guide. I hope it was helpful, and if you would like any more guides on any particular episodes, just leave a comment down below in the doobly-doo. Thanks very much for watching, and a special thank you to all the Arcanauts who have subscribed so far. Until next time, have fun, and good luck.